Heyo! So this lesson is going to be over playful movement. In the previous lesson, depending what order you watched, you should have gone over like body scanning and just shaking to help connect to your body and really get more in tune with your body and wake it up with the shaking and all this stuff, right? So now I want to take you another layer deeper with connecting to your body. And connecting to your body not just through like scanning it and paying attention, but getting into play. So I truly believe as humans, we are meant to play. If you look at the mammals in the animal kingdom, they all do some kind of play, even into adulthood. Even cows. I'm a farmer, I work with cows and goats, but even in adulthood, they will play. And it's kind of funny. So today I just want to show you a little practice that you can implement yourself to start exploring your body and just figuring out what feels good to you to move, and then make it a little playful, make it a little fun for you. So if you're following along, you can pause the video if you need to get to a space where you can actually listen to me and have room to move around. So you don't want to be able to knock stuff off the shelf or have stuff in your way. You want open space. You can do this outdoors if you can still listen to me, or watch this video then go do it outdoors. Right now it's nighttime for me, so I'm doing it indoors. So this is a practice I follow through in the morning time, evening time, just whenever I feel like I really want to move the body and loosen it up. So this is how I kind of start. I just start moving the hips freestyle. Moving the hips around. And as you're going, like you're going your full range of motion here with your hips, and you can matrix, you can kind of lean back, trying to dodge some bullets. But really send your hip all the way around. And this is just a freestyle, so whatever feels good to you, but really filling into where you're tight, where you're feeling tightness, stuckness, like your body wants a little more attention, and just paying attention to it each time you're coming around. So as you do that, we come to a pause here, bringing our feet together a little more. And just an easy bend here. You can have a little bend in your knees. Just coming down, and as you come down, getting into a little bit more of a squat. Playing around. If you can't go that low, it's okay. Just go however low you can. And you can widen out your legs if you need, that's fine. There is no wrong form here, and this is a big part of my practices, is there is not a wrong form. Your body's just adapting however it needs to get into certain positions. And this is what I mean about playing around with different positions. So you can play around, move around, whatever feels good to your body to get into that, get into it. Yeah. So playing around with the squat and then coming back up. I just like to sway side to side. Super simple. And just once again playing with it. What feels good? Okay. So I like to use my hands like a moving energy. It's a little bit of a Tai Chi thing. It's just like moving the waves back and forth. You can stand up if you like, if this is too much. But just feeling where you're tight, where you're sore, where it feels good too. Pay attention to what movement feels good for your body. And I like to get a little rotation in there. And what's funny about this is, you'll have a lot of these practices where they're the same every time. It never looks the same for me. I've never done this exact version of this. It's always a little different. I have the basics, but it's always a little different. I'm just playing around. What does my body need right now? So at first you can follow along with me, and then you just figure it out on your own, feeling into your body. How does it want to move? So now, coming to a pause here, going into more of the upper body. So coming around, stretching out this side here. Coming down, stretching out this side. Be your right side. And stretching back, we open the arms. Coming back around. Remembering to breathe during this. Sometimes we can get caught up in so much in the movements we forget to breathe. Remember, in and out the nose like I taught you. Into the belly. But using the arms to stretch and feel into your body. Feel where you're tight. Coming back around and now switching. Want to go both ways. It feels a little different, you'll notice. Coming in. You can pull like this. Coming up. I hope you can hear a little cracking, a little popping. It feels so good. Coming in. And while we're here, this is a fun one. I call it the poop stretch because it stretches in between your shoulder blades back here, which is really connected to your digestive system. And if you're ever constipated, try stretching this out. So it's like you're giving yourself a hug and you're pulling that elbow across and you'll feel the stretch between the shoulder blades. But just playing around with it, see what feels good for you. Feel into what is a stretch for you, what's too much. And just coming out like this. As we come out, we're just rotating the arms. Feeling into the shoulders, where are you tight? What's popping? What's going on? And switching, swimming, it's like you're swimming forward. So now we've really woken up the major joints. We've really played into them. We felt where we're tight. We felt what's going on. We've built that connection with our body. And if you realize I really didn't do that much. This is a really simple practice. When I really get into like 30-minute flows and stuff, then I'll do more yoga movements and getting this. But this is more of just a simple wake your body up, show it how it can move right now, and let it show you how you can move, right? And what I mean by that is you're feeling the pain, you're feeling where it's loose, where it's tight, what you can move into, what you can possibly improve. It's like communicating with your body. You're just figuring out what's going on. So all those moves I showed you are going to reveal things to you, where you're tight. And just pay attention, take note of them. So now that we've done that, we're going to do a little bit more of a playful movement. So I'm going to move this down to the ground where you can see me better. Alright. So you should be able to see me well there. So this is something I like to take people through. And this is like really getting on the ground and learning to play with movement again. If you remember as a child, or if you watch a baby, you watch a child, what are they doing? They're crawling around, they're moving, they're on their back, they're like rolling around. And as they get a little older, they're able to just sit like this. Easy, they just go down, simple, no pain, nothing. So a lot of playful movement I want you to practice, I want you to start practicing, is just being on the ground and moving around. So something I like to do is called the monkey crawl, and that's what I'll teach you today. It's really fun. I like to walk around like a monkey. So what you'll do is you can have your butt in the air. I don't know if you've ever seen a monkey walk, but it's pretty funny. Have their butt in the air, and they have their front arms, so then they walk like this, right? They walk like that. So, just like that, it's simple. Hands, feet, coming across. You can move backwards. You can have a wide stance. But I like to do this with other people and kind of race around. It's really fun, especially if you're outside. That's one way to do it. Another more formal way to do it, if you really want like a technique, is you're more squatted down like this, okay? So my right knee is pointed that way. My left foot and knee are like behind me in the squat. So you'll take your right hand, put it forward. Put your left hand, follow, and then just hop across. So now my left knee is out, my right knee is here, and once again I'm reaching across, right hand followed by left hand, and I'm just hopping. So you can see a quick version is I'm just hopping back and forth. And then you can hop however you want, hop around. But what this is doing, especially if you can do this with friends, you can get friends involved, run around like monkeys, but any movements you're doing and playing on the ground, climbing in trees, running around, what it's doing is instead of being in such like in the gym where it's so, like it's one technique, you have to do it this way, you have to make it perfect. Even in like yoga, it's like you're getting corrected for improper forms, stuff like that. There are good forms to things, but what I'm here to say is if you can really like get into play, relax your body, have fun with the movement, realize that your body's adapting in a way for a reason, and just lean into that, your body relaxes and it gives the signal off that you are safe to move in these different ways. You're safe to be like this. You're safe to be like this. It's okay. Your body will stop sending the pain signals because you're showing it it's okay to be in these positions. So when you're doing this, if there's more than a 4 out of a 10 pain, I don't want you to actually do it. If it's too painful, you don't want to give your body the signal that this movement is not okay, because then you'll continue to get these pain signals and stuff. So this is a really basic overview. Hopefully you're getting some insight from this. I've done a lot of study around movement, playful movement, how to move better without pain, and I provide a resource in this email, Better Movement by Todd Hargrove. Really will help you understand what pain is, why we have pain, because it's not just from physical damage. It really isn't. Pain can be a memory, something you're holding on to, an old injury. Pain can be from trauma, emotional or physical. And pain obviously, can be from physical trauma, physical damage, but it's many different things. So I promise you, start playing around with movement, just getting into your body, flowing. Dancing is a good way to do this. Literally just put on some music, dance, flow, get into your body. But I really want you to decide on something that you want to do for fun that involves movement. It can be yoga, it can be martial arts, it can be dancing, it can be getting friends together and running around like monkeys. It can be that simple practice I showed you today, just getting into your body and flowing and figuring out how you want to move, what feels good. So that's all I got today. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, just send me an email back, message me, however you message me, and we'll dive into things.